It is almost midnight, and we are finally loading into the truck, and we've got the children in the back. You can't see them, but they're back there, and I'm in here with Alexandria.
The small one right there is still awake.
Now we're gonna go to Barn House. Okay, we're unloading the trucks now. It's probably close to 1 a.m. Fuller's on his way to help with the lights. Now, I'm gonna try that out. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm tall. We'll have to, if we're gonna have to scoot. Okay, keep it. How's that? That's fine enough for like to set shit up, isn't it? Or are we fine enough to? That height. Will it reach? Of course it will. Okay, hold what you got.
We can lift it up a little bit higher now.
Okay.
So she can tie.
Okay.
And then tie it to that pole as tight as you can get it.
It's 9:30 in the morning. I'm completely by myself, as I have been for most of the night. I've had one or two people stop in and help for like 30 minutes and then leave, so I've done literally everything myself, and it sucks. I've been here since about 10 or 11, and it's almost 12 hours, and it's not anywhere near finished. Okay, it's 10 a.m. and I'm finally home. I didn't get everything done, but I did everything I could do alone. And I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna wake up at 2. I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna go and set up the rest of everything. Maybe get some help, and then do my makeup and get ready for this the best I can. I'm so fucking dirty. Everything hurts. This is fucking worth it anymore. Okay, so far I got a nap that was like maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then I woke up to a message where Janet told me she moved my whole TV setup to a wall where we have vendors, and it's really annoying, and now I have to, so now I'm awake, and I'm going over there, and then Oz is stuck in Simpsonville because no one's fucking responsible, and no one's planning ahead and putting like any of their commitments as a priority. So I'm sleep deprived, running on fumes and cat naps since Thursday. And I'm a little delirious, a little angry, a little fed up, and yeah, I'm fucking gonna go down to Barn House at 1:30, and I've been up for way longer than I wanted to be. I wanted to be waking up in 30 minutes, but here we are. And yeah, now I get to set up all the shit again, and then change, setting up more shit. And I get my roommate there, because thank gosh Ian is gonna pick up Oz Fuller, never heard from Fuller again. He left in the middle of the night everywhere. Then I had to clean it all up. So it's all in the back of my truck that doesn't move because the battery died or some electronic thing is wrong with it. So it's stuck in one of the parking spots with all of Fuller's shit in it. Yeah, fun, super fun. Janet, so she sent Alexandria with me, who worked with me for a while, but then she had to go to bed because it was getting closer to 5 in the morning, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then, you know, I dropped the truck off when I did, and Janet's like, oh God, I guess she knew I was pissed because she went to Barnhouse immediately after that. The problem is here is that before I had almost no crew. It was like me and maybe Gray, you know. And if me and Evan were together, I'd have Evan. Okay. When Siobhan and I were friends, we'd have, you know, she'd help with some stuff. Like on the 4th masquerade, she helped out with some stuff. On the 5th masquerade, she was more of a detriment because she wanted to control everything. So we're not gonna get into that. But like, seriously, this time I have a dedicated crew of people that all have specific jobs. On the big rock and mountain, the sky was made of gem, our bodies made of sin, for drinking from the fountain. On the big rock candy mountain, the skies were made of gem, our bodies made of sin, for drinking from the fountain. On the big
I would love it if someone would loan me about $10,000 so I can buy all the art and just shut this place down. Because all this stuff is like super cool. By the way, if you like what you hear and you think, Jeff is cool, then you should really meet the band because they're way cooler than I am. And we're playing Pinky's Revenge tomorrow night. So if you like video games and alternative rock music and good times, check us out at Pinky's Revenge tomorrow night in Taylor's, I love it, dude. $12, you get to play all the arcade games you want, and there's booze too. That's interesting. But Cali does more. And they have Street Fighter too. I have a huge crush on Chun-Li, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, come out and check us out tomorrow night at Pinky's Revenge. I think we start playing at 5:30, so you don't even have to be out late because it's a school night, right?
Sorry.
And now I feel that we don't need to talk. No, just listen.
So last night was amazing, and I wouldn't have traded that experience for the world. And I'm really glad that's the way it happened, because when I was setting everything up and it got crazy and everything was bad, I really debated. I said to myself, is this worth it? I don't think it is. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. This is too much. It's too much on me. It's painful, and what's it all for? And I was just so tired, and I was so exhausted, and it's wrecking my personal life. And like, but then what it all settled out. Like I took a nap and I felt a little better, and I got over there and I set everything up, and it started to be okay. And then people started coming, and the music started playing, and it got good. And then people showed up, and they were dancing. The vendors were happy. They told me that they were having fun. They told me that I had people walk up to me and say, "Oh my God, I'm in love with the vibe of this market. Everything's great. Everything's so chill." And I had a few people do that, and people were just coming up to me saying, "Thank you for organizing this." And I'm like, "Well, I've got a team," and I know it doesn't feel like I have a team sometimes, but Janet did a really good job of bringing in people. She did a really good job of marketing the crap out of that, and a really good job of taking care of the vendors before the show. And I feel like we were a pretty good team. She does all that and gets new vendors and new faces, and she posts about it and she talks about it, and I organize it, and I basically run production. I'm the person that will keep track of the money, keep track of like who's doing what, and hiring certain talent. And I'll build the set and tear it down. And if I have, and I'll manage everybody and take care of my vendors and performers when shows going on, like a floor manager. So, and I do my own share of promoting too. So like it kind of balances out. What we're lacking is I can't do it all by myself anymore. Like I realized, when everybody was having so much fun, and I'm like, this is why I do this. I remember now. This is why I do it, and I don't want to stop. I love putting on events that makes people happy. It makes the vendors happy. It makes the patrons happy. It makes the venues happy. The venue said they had a good time, and that's what's that's all of that together. It's a vibe. It's a scene. And that's cool. But what I did learn is I'm 33 now, and I feel it. And I hate that I'm only 33 and I can say that, but I had to go to work this morning at Starbucks at 8 a.m. and I barely rolled out of bed, and I could barely stand up straight. And if I have to kneel down to get something out of a cooler, I have to really brace myself now on the counter to get back up, because my right knee is gone, and my hands are constantly sore and cramping, and they feel like they've cracked, and it's constant agony and pain in my back, and my neck is stiff. I feel like I pulled something in my neck. So it's just like I don't want to stop doing this, but I don't want to do this alone anymore. And if Janet made it very clear that her job is this and that, I'm like, oh, that's fine, but it means I need a crew. And I used to have a small crew. When I was married to Evan, he would help. He'd complain about it. He'd insist he wouldn't get paid, but then he'd complain that he wouldn't get paid. But, he still helped. And then Gray would always be there for my builds and teardowns. And then I think the last masquerade we did, we had like a decent little crew. But you need one or two people that are fucking die hard. They'll stay there with you until it's done. And we had a lot of problems this time because people kept dropping. Our first lineup of musicians had Emma Marie Norris in it, and she dropped out because she double booked herself. And then we had Husk, and he dropped out because of personal reasons. And then we had a photographer. Then we had the photographer drop out. We had a different photographer. We had vendors that didn't show up, but luckily I overbooked by so many that enough finally did show up. I think we had about 20 out of the 30, which was our max capacity, and really I double booked to almost 40 because I knew that was going to happen. And I feel like that's a smooth move, and if we had gotten all 40 or whatever, I think I would have been fine, because I had planned enough. So that's what I've learned. And then today, now that I'm finally home, I got off work at Starbucks and immediately went to meet a friend downtown for coffee, and it's fall for Greenville, and that's crazy. And stopped into Coffee Underground and got some coffee, and then I went to Walmart and got some Epsom salt. And then on the way back, now I just stopped into, I just stopped at Carolina Barn House because we had left some ladders and cords and stuff. And on the way back, I went to First Walk. So now what I'm about to do is I'm going to fucking pour myself a nice hot bath with some Epsom salt. And I'm going to eat some Chinese food. I'm just going to relax and sleep for as long as I can. And edit some film from last night to promote the next one. And hopefully March, because I can't do this shit every month. And catch up on schoolwork, I guess.